Greetings and salutations, all of you fabulous folk out there in listener land, and welcome to another starring installment of Disinformed After Dark. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
And we have yet again our special guest, our glorious artist, the BadArtistJessie. Welcome.
Hello.
And you have got some glorious and amazing treats for our lovely listeners and viewers today, because we are going to officially attempt, I know, my first time playing Dungeons and Dragons. So
yes,
I assume that's also a Courtney first time, maybe?
I think we technically played Pathfinder the one time that we played, and we didn't get through a whole sitting of it. So
I never get through the whole.
Yes, first time.
It's the joy of
Long-time
doing
listener.
live.
Well, then in that case, I'm sure that we've got a little preamble, but for those of you who have no clue what you're watching, we are the hosts of the Disinformed podcast. We have a weekly show where we dive into random esoteric topics and we lie about them. It is very fun and perpetually engaging. And then this is our sort of sub show we have occasionally here on the Tubes of You, where we just kind of decompress, or we have fun after parties like this one.
Yes.
You get to watch us fumble around in the glorious dungeons for the dragons and the stuffs. So Jess, please take it away and tell everybody what we are playing today.
Absolutely. We are playing Sexy Battle Wizards. It is a game by Grant Howitt. He actually has a lot of free games and D&D one-shots available on his Patreon. If you don't know who he is and you want to play one-shots, check him out. The art on the sheets is fantastic too, so it's fun to look at. But this one I have played before. I have never DM'd before, so this is a first for me as well. So we're all going to have an adventure together. Just to kind of go over the rules, you guys rolled your characters off air before we started, but just as a reminder, you do have 3 stats. You have sexy, which you can charm cuties with your slick style and rock and bob. I haven't read these out loud before, and I'm
so excited. I'm glad we're doing this.
Battle, you can harm your foes with your mighty martial powers. And wizard, weave the eldritch arts of magic. So those are your stats. We're going to go through, and these one-shots are designed to be super loose. You can do anything with them. The rules are not as strict as with a traditional system like Pathfinder or D&D 5e, which is the current version of Dungeons and Dragons. So it's open to interpretation, especially your schools of magic that you rolled earlier. So if you can describe it in a way that makes sense for what the name of it is, you'll probably get it to happen if you roll high enough. Speaking of rolling high enough, there are difficulty levels that you will have to beat. If your highest dice that you roll, so whatever you roll on your D6 plus your stat modifier that I ask you to add, is higher than the difficulty, you succeed, and I will describe what happens. If it is equal to the difficulty, you will still succeed in it. However, you will take a point of stress. Once you have stress, you need to roll on your dice higher than the stress you have. So once you have 1 stress, you cannot roll a 1. You will burst into glitter and sexiness and end up back in the central chamber of the college.
How do I make this thing say wizard?
I was going to say, are there alternate ways to relieve stress? Like maybe
that was what he was thinking about the whole time.
It was.
I mean, do you guys care about being monetized?
No,
if not,
we haven't been, so we won't be.
You think people watch this?
By that point, I'm going to say we'll get to our sponsor tonight. I'm going to take a hit of my very tasty Diabolo drink here so that I'm in the spirit of the thing.
Also, because I knew we were going to be doing wizards, I was gifted this beer by a buddy, and her and I are sharing it now.
What is
That
he
looks
doing
like,
to that planet?
It's
Oh
the
my
Michael
God.
Jackson tangerine. Is that booze? It's good for all, but
Indeed. Anyway.
So once you explode into a burst of magic and glitter, you reform in the Chapel of Ages inside the College of Erin, and your determination, or your stress, I mean, is reset to 0. So then you just have to run and find the group and catch back up with whatever they're doing.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll just we'll jump right into it then.
Should we describe our characters?
You will in a moment.
Yes.
You are a sexy battle wizard. You are a member of the College Errant, an organization based in a magical flying castle that rove the land looking to avert arcane disasters and fight injustice. You have absolutely zero authority to do this. The cops hate you, and you are wanted in several countries for collateral damage caused while saving the world.
So we're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
So it's like our band.
Yeah.
You do find yourself in the College of Errant currently. It is laden with boutiques, haberdashers, pastries, only the finest for the sexiest of battle wizards. You currently find yourself in what could be considered the cafeteria or the food court. Think Arrowhead Mall, I guess.
Ooh.
And
You'll have to explain that to Courtney. Fiesta Mall.
there you go.
You mean the one that's closed?
Yes.
Actually, you're not
Ew,
far off. Okay, yeah.
Mall in its heyday.
Why are we being ageist towards the youngest person on this show?
Because
I
she's
think
in
it's-
Valley.
Hashtag East Valley.
Hashtag cancel me, Daddy.
I plan to.
Do it. You
You
This
won't.
is the episode to do it.
Contemplating
don't
it.
have the stats.
You all normally run together when you're fighting, demons and injustice throughout the world. Over the last few weeks, since the winter solstice happens, you've noticed strange things have been happening around the castle. Magic goes awry or it doesn't quite work.
Shane's wearing pants.
Ah!
That too. You have attempted to gain access to the occult library within the castle to find the answer to your problems, but Harmony, the castle's head librarian, has just been giving you the cold shoulder. All your attempts to woo her have failed. You are
And fuck
currently
her.
in the cafeteria
Trying.
trying to lessen the sting of this recent failure. So go ahead and describe your characters.
I'm
We're going by
to-
our porn names, right?
Can
I mean, is that a requirement?
I prefer not
It's
to.
100%.
'Cause
That's 100%.
I have a name that I love using, and it kind of fits in with this overall theme of sexy battle wizards. So
Can you make him? Oh, thank you.
I'll allow it.
my name is Edmund Prickhollow because I just love that name.
Fair enough.
Okay, thank you.
So
He is an incredibly short, bald, kind of aging person. He's on the older side. The only kind of hair that he has on his face is he has a giant set of mutton chops, like massive. It's the only real defining feature of him. No one even notices his like eye color or anything else because the only thing they see is his massive mutton chops. Why am I so sexy? Because I feel like we should just go over that. Apparently, I also have sculpted muscles. My sexiness does not derive from my mutton chops. I just have really big pecs, I guess. I use those pecs to wield a Ember Jezali or Jezail, I guess, which I had to look it up.
Shane, can you help us out here, please?
Oh God.
How did you say Jezali?
Well, okay, so I'm looking. The font is really small, so
It's
I confused an L.
Jezail. So Jezail.
And I switched the I and the L because the font is very tiny.
Oh, this is not gonna. So in the rules, can I kill my own party?
I mean,
You would have to roll for it, but yeah.
I plan to. Get ready. It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a total party kill on the first action.
All right,
Here we
mutton
go.
chop, hollow dick. Tell me what your freaking school is.
The way of 10,000 mirrors. So I imagine that is I just look at myself in the mirror, and that's where that's how I derive my magic from. So yeah.
Okay.
Who's
And
next?
That's it.
Oh God, I guess this is.
You want me to go next? I'll go next because I don't have a good grasp on this, so this could go really badly. So it's a nice, palate cleanser.
Okay.
I am Timothy Lone Cactus. The reason that I'm sexy is because I basically look like a 1-for-1 version of Shane. I have a big lustrous beard. I'm super handsome. Just look at this guy. That's what my character looks like. Is this guy?
Woke up
Even with the disconcerted
angry and
face.
impotent. Yes, sure.
With my impotent rage, I wield the umbral glaive.
Do you know what a glaive is, John?
I looked it up on my phone literally 45 seconds ago. Looks like
Okay.
a lot of fun. You could really hurt a fellow with one of those.
Yeah.
And somehow I have the power of the Arcana of the Supreme Doorway, which I can just make doors out of nothing. I can transport anywhere. And also, and if I need to roll for it, we can. It also permits me to transport to any Taco Bell located in North America.
Yes.
Oh,
That
it's
is
allowed?
acceptable.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful.
And that's my character.
Well, then I suppose I can introduce all of you to Hapolono Eldritch. Why is this wizard so sexy? Well, allow me to tell you, because he is both ethereal, graceful, and elegant. I'm a graduate of the Lore of Light school, which means that as Game of Thrones has taught us, the night is dark and full of terrors, and I've fucked them all.
There you go.
Not well, and they don't come back, and that is my superpower. It's very, very refreshing for all involved parties. In order to do this, I wield my rift bow, which is a weapon which bears a startling resemblance to the female anatomy and yet fires arrows that are somewhat infantile. I can beat back any beast that I find in the darkness. Oh, yes. If not with my weapon, with fluids.
What did you name your weapon? Like, did you give it a person
Did
name?
you?
What did you just say?
Did you name your weapon?
No, but I feel like his character would name his weapon.
I feel like your character would name yours.
My umbral glaive's name is Greg.
All right. Well, then my
thank you.
rift bow's name is Slippy.
I can't follow that, guys.
Yeah, I'm writing shit down now.
Yeah.
All good players do. That's why I don't.
Every has a note taker, that's for sure.
I guess I'm playing as Jean Grey Ghost. I'm gonna be a barbarian because that's what I play as in Diablo 3, and it's pretty fun.
Okay.
The reason that I'm sexy is I'm a dangerous rebel with a cool jacket.
Nice.
Just on brand. And I'm going to be wielding a crystal whip. And I am part of the magical school of Path of Beasts, which is all
So,
too accurate.
You are the beast master with some BDSM tendencies.
Did you name your whip?
No.
Okay. Much
Now watch her whip.
What's her name?
I say the whip is now named Nene.
No.
It's official.
The whip's name
but you
is
called
Some Bitch.
You got it.
I'm gonna whip you as some bitch.
Indeed. Slippy's very excited about that. I don't know why. But
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, you guys are sitting in the food court trying to lessen the sting of your latest failed attempt to woo the librarian Harmony into allowing you access to her plethora of books, because she doesn't just allow anyone into her chambers, What would you like to do?
I think we should try it again.
You want to try it again?
Second time's a charm, or third, or fourth, or whatever.
or 80th in your case.
Never give up, never surrender.
Yeah, let's do the Miley Cyrus for Michael.
Yeah, let's try it out. Let's fuck around and find out.
All right. So you guys go marching in the direction of the library. It's located on the second floor. You guys are currently on the first. As you guys are headed towards the stairs, you hear just ungodly screams, just and someone comes running down the stairs. They see you and they say, elementals in the library, and just go running past you.
Sounds like it's Harmony's problem. Maybe she should have let us in. We could have taken care of it.
At which point I yell, "Hollow prick, who have you been wooing again?"
The wrong people,
Hey,
I guess.
I go take a shit.
I'm not shocked.
He just drops trout.
I think our first mistake was trying to talk to the librarian Harmony when clearly Michael would do better with the librarian named Destiny. So
That's very true.
My destiny has popped me to you.
Uh,
John, did you open the portal to Taco Bell in order to facilitate your ready need to relieve your bowels, or
no, he's just shitting right there on the
you just got a burrito
Wait.
constantly with you at all times?
I think he has to do a skill check for that. He has to roll to see if he can succeed at shitting himself.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Fuck, what would you add to that? Add
Sexy. Well, how is he shitting? Is
your
he-
sexy?
He's swirling like he was grinding on you at our show recently.
Oh, God.
It's a 6.
It's like a Carvel ice cream cone.
It's just swirls
So
nicely
6.
placed on the ground. Just the
Oh,
perfect
so it looks-
ice cream cone swirl is what
Wow.
you see on the ground.
This is beautiful content. I love it.
It's only elemental, my dear Watson.
I guess we can go. We should go now that
I like that
Timothy.
you elected yourself the leader of this party.
Well, okay, then you
You
suggest. I'm sorry.
Mumble-mouthed idiot. I'm happy
Sorry,
to
Mr.
follow you. I
Eldritch.
just enjoy second guessing all of your choices. That is, as
One
is my
thing I know
wont.
about him is
That's
that he
fair.
reads the maps. You know, he knows where he's going.
So I guess we can take care of these elementals and as a favor to Harmony or whatever, and then maybe she'll let us stay in the library.
Yeah,
I
trying
guess.
to e-harmony over here.
Yeah. I'll swipe right.
All right, so
That's what the kids are
Yeah.
saying.
Are they saying that? I think they're swiping
Oh my
left on you, my
God.
friend.
Oh,
you
Left
guys
behind.
continue your way to the library. You make it up the stairs, and when you get to the top, you see the library doors are already open, and pages are just flying out, a la the scene from Harry Potter where there's just envelopes everywhere and just pages, paper.
You name it.
Not the books, no.
I'm
All right.
sorry, I'm abusing the book, Shane. I knew what you did for the.
How
for a living.
dare you?
now this is
It's okay,
personal.
my loves. You're all fine. No one will harm you.
Yet.
And so you make your way up to the door. You look in. You see an assortment of elementals. There's all kind. You see a wind elemental, a fire elemental, a water elemental. There is an earth as well.
And
There's
they
no
all have
sign-
horns. Spin it.
there's no sign of Harmony, and they are effectively destroying the library. I guess roll for initiative. Add your battle.
Okay.
Be a 7.
Also 7.
Also 7.
4.
Oh,
Didn't like it.
All right, so
Last time I let anybody damage a book around me, they were Nazis. And you know how that story ends.
you go first, Michael. What would you
okay.
like to do?
I'm going to. So you said there was an earth, wind, and fire, right?
Indeed.
Yes.
They are
I-
performing right now.
I
as we
only
speak.
remember that because you started making that reference.
Yes.
There is
the-
also a water elemental chilling.
And no one
Okay.
cares about them.
No.
I'm going to use my wizard powers to summon a giant sponge over the water elemental.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how to dry things up. I've seen it happen.
Like a desert.
Go ahead and roll for attack. Add your wizard modifier.
That's the goal because that's my highest stat. That is a 6 plus 3, so 9.
All right. So you guys see standing from the door a giant sponge appear out of nowhere. And strangely enough, there are mirrors all over the surface of the sponge, like a spongy disco ball, not reflecting any sort of light, really.
Who screws
But-
in a pineapple under the sea?
But it goes and it starts trying to suck this water elemental up into it. It is a large
Sexy.
elemental, so it is not fully sucked into the sponge at this time. But it has stopped destroying the books. It does take, I can't see that, 2 points of damage.
Nice.
All
How much
right,
damage does it
Shane,
have?
it is now your turn.
Well, I am going to, with my trusty rift bow, Slippy, assail the earth elemental and get all sorts of noisy cricket on it.
All right, go ahead and roll for attack. Add your battle.
Can do. Roll already. That would be an 8.
All right, that does hit. You launch your bow. 1, 2, 3. They all land and find purchase with the earth elemental. It also does stop attacking the books. It's now focused on you. You
Also is pregnant.
You do 4 points of damage.
Yay!
Courtney, what would you like to do?
I would like to befriend the fire elemental and name it Calcifer, and then use it to burn Michael.
Okay.
I guess I'll befriend the water elemental because that has a type advantage. I'm just gonna squirt the sponge at the fire elemental when it comes near.
Okay.
Or if I can't burn Michael, I would like to have the fire elemental cook me a snack.
You can attempt to do this. You need to roll attack, add your wizard modifier. You need to be a 9 in order for this to be successful.
No!
No concept. Yeah.
Is that to
I
get
don't-
the snack or to get it to hurt Michael?
I think
No, I only rolled a 6.
Okay, so you do attempt to cast friend on this, make this elemental like be one with you and do your bidding. It just kind of, if an elemental could cock its head in confusion,
Oh, it's a pug.
what it does.
Firebug.
Flame pug.
I do need you to mark off 1 point of stress.
Oh,
And now that you have its attention, it is now going to hurl a fireball at you, Courtney.
sweet.
It misses. It goes flying, hits the wall behind
miss
you.
me with that bullshit.
It didn't roll high enough. All right. That was that elemental's turn. The earth elemental is kind of pissed off, so it is going to come charging at Shane, who shot it, and try to punch him. He also fails with a natural 1.
Yeah, I got so slippy over here they couldn't find purchase.
John,
Catch me.
John, it's now your turn. Go.
Get him, Lone Cactus.
I trim off a couple of my very sexy beard hairs and
God.
offer it to the fire elemental, to scorch the earth elemental.
What? What?
You wanted
What?
to bake it into clay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're offering up some of your sexy beard hair to do this.
Yeah, like 3 strands.
Oh shit.
I don't have that much.
Roll and add your wizard modifier. Since you're trying to make it do your bidding, this is also going to be a difficult roll. You must roll at least a 9.
God damn it. 7.
Okay. You also take a point of stress. The earth elemental and the fire elemental are just looking at each other like, what the fuck are these people trying to do? And you hear this language that you don't quite understand because none of you speak elemental language, and it's just a bunch of gurgles and rocks crushing together.
Shane, you got this?
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us back to the top. Michael.
Let's see here. I am going to, I see the earth elemental is all up in Shane's business, right? Because instead of throwing something, he went for a
You tried to punch me.
melee attack. Yeah. I'm going to try and distract the earth elemental by flinging the sponge at it. Just slapping it with a wet sponge.
Okay.
Lift up the sponge and just slap it. I don't think it'll do a lot of damage, but
Man, why are your bedroom forays spilling over into our campaign?
well,
might
a lot
not-
of people project in these games, so
I like-
it's
Oh.
the
I like
heart
that
wants what the
Michael's
heart wants.
Michael's like, it's not gonna hurt it, but it's gonna send a message.
So
There's more in store if you know where it's coming.
since you're commanding your sponge,
My sponge familiar.
Your disco sponge.
go ahead and roll and add your wizard modifier.
Yes. 4.
That does fail. You need the 5 or higher.
Ah,
Um,
the ones
so-
get me.
mark a point of stress. The sponge kind of moves a little bit. It's trying, but it's in the process of trying to suck up the earth element or the water elemental still. And so it just kind of gently just bonk into
Just it slides across the
Yeah.
floor and everything. It just comes to a stop right next to it.
like a little boop against the earth element.
Must have been the
Cute.
wind.
I believe Shane was next in the rotation.
That is the rumor. Do you all want pragmatic or funny?
Whatever
Want you to play how you want to play.
Oh no. Well, since the training that I have under the tutelage of the other lords from the Lore of Light school, I have elected to attempt my seduction technique
Ooh.
on the air elemental.
Not the one that's actively trying to punch you.
So I manipulate Slippy in and around myself as a demonstration.
I'm picturing like a hula hoop because it's a bow.
Yeah, okay, we're on the
Ooh.
same page. All right.
Quick gyration and a little bit of the wheel of fate.
All right, roll and add your sexy.
Done.
Say no more.
2.
So does that mean that you essentially like? Oh, sorry, that's your job, not mine.
So you guys see him doing this with his bow, essentially turning it into a hula hoop and doing this dance that he may think comes off as like erotic and sexy, but it's very off-putting to an elemental who is not very much about what you're doing. And because it's having no effect, you kind of get distracted and the bow hula hoop falls to the ground. You mark off a point of stress.
Done.
Courtney.
I'm pretty pissed off that the fire elemental wasn't into what I was into, so I'm gonna bitch slap them into submission.
What's your
With the- with
You're
the
gonna
whip.
bitch slap a flame elemental?
Yeah, with my whip.
With some
Oh,
bitch.
with some bitch. Okay.
Some
Some
bitch.
bitch.
Okay.
Bitch slapping with some bitch. Go ahead and roll, add your battle modifier.
Ooh, I rolled a 9.
Yes. So you just take out that whip, pow, and send it towards the fire elemental. You wouldn't think that a whip could hurt something made of pure flame, but you see it recoil as if you just slapped it across the face. It takes, I think that's a 4. Yeah, 4 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
She is a servant of the secret fire.
It is now the elemental's turn. The fire elemental just doesn't know what to do. It's like, the fuck just happened. That
seems
is
very
First you try and
aroused.
friend me, now you trying to fuck me.
I couldn't tell if you trying to fight me or freak me.
the air elemental is still fighting.
What the?
Same issue for him.
Yeah. The water elemental is being dragged by the disco sponge. The only one free to do anything is the earth elemental, and it is still in Shane's face. So he is going to attempt to hit him again.
Also being confronted by my member, let's not forget.
All right. So it does hit Shane. You feel a smack in your face, and you're pushed out the door a little bit into the hallway. You guys don't have hit points, so mark off a stress. So you are now at 2 stress.
What's max stress?
He has to now roll higher than a 2
Oh, okay, got it.
on anything he attempts. All right, John, go.
I'm pretty sick of the fire elemental as well. So using my power to create doorways, I open up a portal to the Taco Bell off of Broadway and McClintock, and I attempt to, push the fire elemental into the portal.
All right, go ahead and roll. Add your wizard modifier.
Are you trying to trap that thing in a wheelchair without a battery?
Yes, it should an
we gotta
intentional
reroll.
roll land on the table.
We got a 5.
All right, that does succeed. So the fire elemental, after having just been bitch slapped by some bitch, Crystal Whip, and not really knowing what the fuck just happened, all of a sudden you see a portal open beneath it, and you can see the glimpse of the Taco Bell lobby and hear an order being called out before the fire elemental just drops into it and the portal closes. So it's now somebody else's problem.
Up the chalupa.
Maybe he got a job there. It's fine.
So you have one elemental down. The air elemental is still just tearing through books. Half sponge, half water elemental, and an earth elemental that is still just up in Shane's face.
He evolved into a sponge elemental. Oh no.
Michael, we're back to you.
So I just had a burst of inspiration. I'm actually
no.
going to use mirrors to direct the sunlight at the water elemental to warm it up so it evaporates.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Add your wizard modifier.
7.
All right, that succeeds. So your mirrors come off of the sponge and just reflect from the windows in such a way that it's just like beam upon beam of light aimed at this water elemental. And the water elemental had already kind of been sucked up into the sponge a little bit, so it was already pretty weak. And you just see it just start to evaporate, and the steam coming off of it, it's no longer a threat to you.
Just like the ants in my childhood.
Okay. Is that a character bit or is that a...
Yes, I'm in character.
My character.
Goodness.
Shane, it's your turn.
So I naturally, having lost my attempt at seduction, retrieve my slippy, move my robes back into a more flattering position, and then reach into my vortex quiver and pull out my greatest of all of my arrows, the clit. Knocked, properly stimulated, and prepared to fire, I whip the clit at the earth elemental as it stumbles around wondering what in the hell happened to its wet friend.
All right, roll and add your battle modifier.
Done. Whenever you're ready. This thing does not like to roll. I'm not shocked.
Is it Shabbos?
8.
Very nice. So you aim with the
It's the slippy clit when it's in tandem.
knocked in the bow, you release, it strikes true right to where the earth elemental's heart should be, does max damage, and this giant rock thing falls over into a bookcase, and it just causes a domino effect to go along.
Oh no.
The shelves that they hadn't already destroyed on that side, they're just toppling.
The demolition man.
Now y'all just have your air elemental friend to deal with. Courtney, it is your turn.
Okay, so I whisper to the air elemental, and I say, "Look, if you promise to leave after, I'll let you do a whole Marilyn Monroe blow my skirts up kind of deal, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
And you'll just leave."
It has to be a wet dream for this thing.
Yeah,
It's life's goal.
duh.
It's what it's created for.
It's what plants crave.
roll and add your sexy.
Okay.
modifier.
7.
All right. It stops destroying the books,
Woo!
and it starts coming towards you, although you're not sure if the spell has taken effect at the moment. You're not sure if you've convinced it at this point. So it is its turn. And as it is walking towards you,
Oh no.
it fails a save. So your spell has taken effect, and so it comes up to you and just kind of like flutters your skirt a little bit, and it's just chilling there right now, just like blowing your skirt up. It's having a grand old time.
It's an ASMR episode all of a sudden.
Oh no.
So as of right now, it's not really a threat to anyone but Courtney's skirt.
That poor skirt.
It's my turn now, isn't it?
Is it
Skirt,
is
yeah.
it skirt?
Skirt.
Yeet.
Love me, Mom. I offer to film it and give him a copy of the footage if that really seals the deal and gets him out of our life.
We've played this game before, my friend. We're gonna lose. They never pay up.
Shit. Go ahead and roll and add your sexy modifier.
It's a 7.
Ooh.
All right. And since you're helping Courtney with her spell and she's already got it pretty hooked, it does agree. You whip out a camera from the ether and just start filming this air elemental whip up Courtney's skirt.
Nice.
You can see every now and again flashes of her underwear. They're the kind that have just hearts all over it.
Nice.
Little lace around the trim, you know, classic brief.
Nice.
And that the air elemental just kind of like holds out its windy hand to you for the camera.
I assume I can't keep the recording device. He just
That wasn't part of the deal.
He wants
All right, he gets it. He gets the
okay.
camera.
He takes it, and you can see it kind of like whip up in him like debris does in a tornado, and he starts going down the hallway and down the stairs towards the exit.
Do we have any idea what he's going to do with it?
No, you do not.
The internet's a dangerous place.
Thanks for sacrificing your body so we could live.
I mean, it was tasteful. You had full coverage, cute heart underwear.
Like the equivalent of someone pictures of your feet on OnlyFans.
Yes.
No one got hurt.
But you did get skirt.
Yeet.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
now that that's over.
You are in the library. It is thoroughly destroyed. You still see no sign of Harmony. What do you
I
want?
don't care. We're here.
Bitch got what
We
she
don't need her.
deserved.
Exactly. That's what she gets. All right. I say we look for the book that we need, because there was a book that we were coming here for. I'm going to start searching. I'm going to use mirrors somehow to look at all the angles that I can to try and search for this book.
All right. Go ahead and add your wizard modifier.
I got to try and shoehorn these mirrors in any way I can. 7.
All right. You notice there was a central area that they were destroying, and you start going through the leftover bindings and pages. None of them are really intact. You're not really finding a whole lot of anything that makes sense. As you are digging through it, a hand pops out from behind the desk, and you see Harmony just slowly rise.
I say, what's good, bitch?
Are you the key master?
Destroy the books.
I didn't do anything. I saved your ass. I just want one book. Thank you. I'm going to go back to my business.
Books are life.
Exactly.
And you're going back to your business. You're ignoring her.
Yeah. I said I saved your life. I just need a book. Thank you. And then go back to searching. I'm ignoring her after this point.
Anyone else like to do anything?
I'm sure she has defenses.
I
Librarians are well equipped.
Oh, Shane, go ahead. It seems like you got this.
Oh, well, I mean, as it is a vital part of my general defensive strategy, I have to go find my clit.
True.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. What is your character name again?
It's Hapolono.
Hapolo needs to go find his clit. Okay.
Go ahead.
By the way, I should tell you that the reason my dad has had this whole thing in my family tree. There are two individuals, and one is Hapolona, one is Nadrina. And my father has been attempting as a joke for years to say that one of my siblings, because he's happening with me, it needed to name their children Hapolona Nadrina. So I am doing my father the service of using the name he has quested for so many years in a masculine sense. So it is Hapolono. So there you are.
Okay.
All right.
I'm looking for my
character build.
Go ahead and roll. Add your battle modifier since you're looking for a part of your weapon.
Done. 7.
All right. You dig through the remains of the earth
Say
elemental. You do find the
Say
clitoris. And you put it back in. Fuck! I'm so distracted by the fact you named it the clit. I can't. The
quiver?
Yes.
So
Quivering, yeah.
In the quiver, and it is the arrow is quivering.
Would you say the clit made it quiver?
Yes.
It's too legit to clit.
Would anyone else like to do anything? Aiden,
Yeah.
for these books.
I go over as a barbarian and I pick up Harmony, the librarian. I throw over my shoulder and demand she tell us where we want, what we want. Where is it?
When we want, why
Yeah.
we want.
How we want.
Where's the trigger man?
First of all, how dare you pick me up? She starts like hitting your back, but you notice she's only hitting you with one hand. It seems like her other hand and arm are preoccupied with something.
Did she find my clit first?
No.
Is she touching my beard?
No. If anyone,
Is it the book and can I take it from her?
she is holding a book and you have her in her arms. You can attempt to take it from her since you're currently grappling her. You would have to try to put her down and then grab it from her.
Okay.
Okay.
You could just, hold the book and then start swinging her around like a
until she
child's
lets go.
dervish.
We are going to roll opposing strength checks. So you are going to have to beat my roll.
Okay.
You're going to roll and add your battle modifier.
Okay.
Spoilers. Go roll.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
Okay. She rolled a 2. So you put her down and she starts backing up, but you're too quick. You grab the book and just rip it. Like taking candy from a baby, you just take it right out of her hands. And she just like scoffs and she's still yelling at you, but you're not paying attention. You start flipping through the book.
At this point, she's like a transient woman.
I'm just going to use the toilet and then I'm going to come back and get a drink.
Go ahead. I don't give a fuck if you have my book or not.
Courtney, as you're flipping through the book, you notice that this is a historical book. It talks about the monarch of summer, which is a sexy fey royal from the Feywild. The book talks about how she and the College of Errant were once in cahoots together. They worked together frequently on certain projects until the College of Errant decided that they didn't need the Fey's help. They really do. The Fae actually put enchantments on the castle, which make it float around, taught a lot of the people at the college. And a couple hundred years ago, basically gave her the finger and banished her to the Feywild with no way to return.
Well, that's a sticky situation.
Yeah. If only the finger had found the clit, she could have fought back.
And we think she's hiding in a Taco Bell though, because we can go get her real quick.
Literally
Well,
go to any Taco Bell in North America.
Well, I mean, you can walk into a Taco Bell, but can you ever really leave a Taco Bell? So that lends credence to the theory.
Well, it's not you and Jack in the Box, so
Portals are one way unless you're going to another Taco Bell.
The Feywild is not inside any Taco Bell, unfortunately. So
Shucks.
Add to the list of the ways they failed me.
Courtney, as you continue reading, you discover that in addition to making the castle enchantments and teaching a lot of the people here how to wield and use magic, what the fuck is her name? The Monarch of Summer actually built the inner sanctum that is located near the basement of the castle.
What secrets might we find in said lair?
With this information, what would you like to do?
I pick up all 3 of my comrades and I drag them down to the basement.
You drive us down?
Drag.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in drag.
Roughly, how much do y'all weigh? What do you imagine you
16
are?
stone.
I did specify that was an incredibly short, bald man with a giant mutton chop. So
and pecs to beat.
Yes.
John?
So-
What race do you say you are in the world of fantasy? Are you humanoid? Are you orcs? Like, what do you imagine yourself
I'm
to be?
humanoid, and I'm usually like
Not human.
I'm like a $180, but when I have my beard where it is right now, which is at the prime amount of sexiness, it adds about 15 pounds.
Okay.
So I'm about like 195.
So the fuck.
Well, I am a glorious wizard of bush, and thus I do in fact weigh 16 stone.
Okay.
What is that in English?
Courtney, you're going to need to roll a strength check. So roll and add your battle. This is going to be a rather difficult check because this is probably about 300 or so pounds, I'm guessing.
I also realized that she didn't really relay. She kind of just picked us up.
Yes, so it's also opposing strength checks if you guys do not want her to pick you up. So
I am a proud bearded gentleman, and I don't want to be picked up.
So if you do not want to be picked up, roll and add your battle, and you have to beat Courtney's score.
Yeah, because I'm searching through books. I don't notice that she found a book and that she read through it, and that she just picks me up. So I oppose that as well. I oppose it with a 7.
Oh, I got a 6.
I have a 5.
Rolled a 9.
All right. So 9 is what you need to get to even be successful in this because of each of their individual weights and trying to carry them yourself. And you beat all of their strength checks. So you're just barreling through, grabbing them, picking them up, just carrying them.
It's 2 under one arm kind of shit.
2 under one arm. You got the short one and John under one.
Slipping!
So you pick them up and what do you want to do? Start heading towards the inner sanctum?
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay.
That seems like an excellent place. Do we want to try to keep this in a manageable run for our initial trial, and then we can run to another time if that's where we're headed? Or
yeah,
we could do that.
Because I think a TBD for this is an excellent way for us to keep the watchers interested.
So that is where we will leave the one shot. I have been your dungeon master. Thank you for allowing me to lead you on this adventure in the College of Errant with the sexy battle wizards.
Well, if I can speak from my clit, I found it delightful.
Exactly.
You always left me satisfied and smiling.
Just like a dinner at Taco Bell.
No, I'd say this was a lot more fun than a dinner at Taco Bell.
Well, you haven't been to the right Taco Bell, my friend.
That is fair.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this plays out. So Well,
we
done.
are, we will most certainly conclude this because we are nothing if not fiends for more content. So I think that this will certainly lend to future runs, and I cannot wait to whip out my clit again. So it's going to be a glorious time for all involved parties. And so firstly, thank you, Jess, for coming up with this glorious story for us. We look forward to seeing it further down the road. And thank you to all of you wonderful watchers and lovely listeners out there on the tubes of you for scoping this out. So if you want to continue following up with us, one, you can let us know down here in the comments. And if you enjoyed probing around for my clit the way that I did, then Michael has got some instructions for you.
You can smash that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment, hit subscribe, engage any and all ways possible,
including touching the clit. Yes.
Oh, most certainly. That's the first thing you do, and then the second, and then the third.
And fire it
Maybe
from Slippy.
fourth.
Yes. And naturally, we have new podcast episodes that flee your preferred provider app every marvelous Monday morning. So check us out there. And you can also find Jess, plug your Instagram and all your other places if you have places for them to order from as well, if they can patronize you in any way, shape, or form.
So you can find me on Instagram at BadArtistJessie. You can also find me on TikTok at BadArtistJessie. I do a lot of D&D themed TikToks as of recently. Nowhere to purchase wares as of yet. Maybe in the future though.
We'll cultivate. We'll also include that in the show notes as well, just to make sure that you spell Jessie correctly, because I know that can vary depending, unless you want to tell them as well.
Jessie, not like Jesse's girl. With the just an E.
And it's all one word, yes?
Yes.
All one word. No.
There you are. So find her there, and of course, find us anywhere that you would like to, because in the link tree below are all of our links for all of our socials, including our very vibrant TikTok, which Courtney is still saving for the love of the Dark Lord. And so I believe that is going to end it for this installment of Disinformed After Dark. And I'm very excited to say that this time around, I am Hapolono Eldritch.
I am Timothy Alone Practice. Still.
I am Edmund Prickhollow of House Prickhollow.
And I'm Jean Grey Ghost.
And I am Marie Donald. Which, if you take those initials and flip them around, is DM.
It's a sign.
An omen.
Indeed. And it's we got the best of all the DMs here. You're never going to see a better one. The Donald will tell you.
The best in the biz.
Yes. It's real bigly, super bigly done.
Huge, even.
Indeed. And I believe that is going to officially wrap us up just like a Taco Bell taco. And miss you, Miguel.
And zippity zoop, we're out of here.
Nerd.